بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وأفضل الصلاة وأتم التسليم على سيدنا ومولانا وحبيبنا وشفيعنا محمد. So I decided to record a very brief note on the fiqh of the recitation of dua in salāh. In the Shafi'i school, as we mentioned before, the door of dua is very wide. As such, they don't restrict the wording of dua in salāh, be it in sujood or otherwise, so long as it is in Arabic. However, in the Hanafi school, there are restrictions on a dua that is recited during the salah. So in sujood, for example, one may recite prayers that are verbatim from the Quran or Sunnah, or that resemble them very closely, but they may not make up ad'iyah in their own words, and they may not ask for like general worldly things. This restriction also applies to dua ul-istiftah, which is the opening dua of the salah, recited after the opening takbir and before the isti'adha, before the Fatiha. Now, all of what I have just mentioned is the case for the obligatory salah, al-fard. However, even the Hanafis, they will permit mutlaq dua, you could say, like unrestricted dua, from meaning not strictly from the Quran and Sunnah. They would permit it in sujood, and they would permit at-tanawwu' fi dua al-istiftah. That is, they would permit like variations of the opening dua of the salah as it's related in the Sunnah, because there are several of them. For example, إِنِّي وَجَّهْتُ وَجْهِيَ لِلَّذِي فَطَرَ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ إِلَى آخِرِهِ. Furthermore, from my Shafi'i days, I used to recite the masnun dua in between the two sajdas. And when I became a Hanafi, I couldn't let it go. So I was very delighted to find out that some Hanafis actually had the same dilemma, subhanallah. And they ruled it to be permitted in the fard prayer, nay, even recommended, in opposition to some of the classical Hanafi scholars. So, الدعاء بالمغفرة في الجلسة بين السجدتين سنة، وهذا مذهب المالكية والشافعية وقول بعض متأخري الحنفية، ورواية عن أحمد وهو قول جمهور العلماء عن حذيفة بن اليمان رضي الله تعالى عنه أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم كان يقول بين السجدتين رب اغفر لي رب اغفر لي رب اغفر لي ثلاثا، وفي رواية مرتين. I say the more extended one, رب اغفر لي وارحمني واجبرني وارفعني واهدني وعافني واعف عني. There are several narrations of this masnun dua. In any case, there is a general recommendation to beautify the fard salah and the nafil salah by performing as many of the sunan that one can incorporate into their prayer. And the tahajjud dua, the tahajjud prayer or the nafil prayer at night, whether it be qiyam, that is, night prayer before sleep, or night prayer after sleep, which is technically there's a difference, that would be called tahajjud. In any case, beautification of the salah is a way of achieving presence, because when we engage the mind with the prophetic litanies, it kind of jumpstarts the heart. And you may know the meaning or you may not know the meaning. In any way, in any case, there is light in it. There's immense barakah and there's immense beauty in it, and goodness, and a spiritual reciprocal. However, of course, when a person knows the meaning, that adds more. So the purpose of ibadah is to train us to intertwine the mind and heart in dedication to Allah Azza wa Jal. And this is where we begin the training of attaining the facial faculties of the prophetic countenance. Wallahu ta'ala a'lam. وصلى اللهم وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وآله والحمد لله رب العالمين.